Do you know the scientists out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research. They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Good luck finding help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible. The Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
Diviner.
All must serve.
Hopefully the soldiers are all out on missions or patrols and not gone. I suppose that is ours now, eh?
By the Serpent, you are the one that spoke with Enesco.
Stop where you are! Do not resist! A wise decision. not sure what to make of you. Dazra, it was once so beautiful.
I hope things go back to normal soon.
We have displeased the Great Serpent, so do not agitate him any further.
If you do not need medical assistance, I suggest you move along.
Our sins must have been considerable for the Great Serpent to subject us to this.
Welcome. I was hoping you would eventually stumble into my shop. Welcome. That's an understatement. It's rare that an off-worlder finds their way to Dazra. But not just any off-worlder. One that's able to speak with a Nazca Varun himself, which in the eyes of the citizens of Dazra moves you up from the suspiciously curious category to the dangerously unique one. Where are my manners? I'm Nalada Brady. Forgive me for not starting our conversation that way. I've been a bit distracted of late. My brother Qasim has been missing for days. I'm beginning to worry that something terrible has happened to him. Well, yes, but the incident that claimed most of Dazra was several weeks ago. Qasim and I were fortunate that our shop wasn't destroyed like so many others around us. Yes, thank you. But my problems need not burden you. If you want to take a look at what my shop has to offer, well, you let me know. Really? You'd do that for me? Oh, you truly are a gift from the Great Serpent. I knew he hadn't forsaken us. Oh yes, of course. The last time I heard from Qasim, he was headed out to the Deep Gorge refinery to assess if it could be reopened. He never came back that evening. I've been worried sick. You know, now that you mention it, someone in the city said that they felt tremors near that area. Just please be careful. That old refinery has been abandoned for years, and there's no telling what might be choosing to call the facility its home. Now, is there anything you might need for your journey? The cataclysm that claimed most of Dazra has severely impaired our ability to survive on Varun Kai. Qasim is simply trying to use his engineering background to help everywhere that he can. In this case, he's trying to assess if the refinery can be reopened. He strongly believes that the loss of the city's infrastructure means we need to rely on everything we can in order to get back on our feet. Do you mean to ask if it's a sore subject to bring up since he's missing? Not at all. Qasim and I have been close ever since we were young. Our father and mother taught us everything we needed to know about running this shop so that one day we could take over. When they passed, Qasim and I ran the business for a few years together, but I could see his heart was elsewhere. I gave him my blessing, and he attended an engineering academy. In a few more years, he graduated and made quite a name for himself. When the government reached out to everyone for help after the incident, I wasn't the least bit surprised he was the first to volunteer. I can only pray that his eagerness hasn't gotten him into deep trouble. My mother taught me to try and provide a smiling, friendly face for my customers, but it's been incredibly difficult. I managed to muddle through when the incident struck the city, but this situation with Qasim has made things difficult. It's an old mineral processing facility a good distance to the southeast of Dazra. It closed down years ago due to, I'm not even sure why. It ran out of resources, I think. There was very little talk about it around town. The only silver lining was that all of the workers were placed into other positions throughout the city, so no one went hungry. It's an old mineral processing facility a good distance. It closed down years ago due to, the only silver lining was that all... I hope you find something you like.
And I'm Alana. We're bored. Bored!
Yeah, and our parents won't play with us. I mean, Alana and I's parents. Mila doesn't have parents anymore.
Ivali?
Oh! Sorry, Mila. It's okay, really. I've been trying to keep these two entertained, but I guess I'm not doing the best job. Would you like to play a game of hide and seek with us? Please, please! It's no fun playing with just these two. They always pick the same places to hide. Great! How fun! Now, just wait here a bit so we have a chance to hide. Countdown from 10 or something. Ha! You'll never find us! As much as my father has been gone for a while, I hope he's okay.
Before we are discovered. I'm here for you. Should you need to see what I'm carrying? Take care of yourself.
loitering. If you require aid, Hanton Irara at the Halls of Healing may be able to assist you, if she can spare the supplies.
Just trying to survive one day.
Do you see anything useful?
Great Serpent be at your side. The Great Serpent watch over you.
Sorry, but you will have to get approval before you can buy any weapons from me. You do not have approval to trade with me.
Be mindful of your actions. Heresy and treason are one and the same. Since the incident, full dedication is even more necessary.
The serpent strikes down those who doubt. The incident was a terrifying show of the serpent's power.
Diviner, I miss our home, but the keep shall do.
And your scan shows...
All I am saying is that I am not pleased with the recent outsider influence. I am sure you know what I am. Referring to.
Many of our rank disappeared in the Vortex. They were the lucky ones.
This bar is the only thing keeping many people sane. This is what I have.
Ah, a face I never... If I can take a few things, I will. It is always a pleasure.
Some cosa to... Sure.
You seem to be doing well. Haldrick, we lost a lot of good people to the Vortex. Bar seems much emptier. Quieter.
Another drink will not hurt.
Another one from...
I don't need any free drinks from you.
Seems it has been one hard...
What?
There was never a time when I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
Not looking for company right now.
You seem to be doing well.
I pray
I'll
that the
drink for
Great
that.
Serpent will deliver us from our hardship soon.
The Great Serpent would not have done this unless truly necessary. We must not doubt his intentions.
I got you your favorite from the meat house. Extra fatty, just the way you like. Do you want to eat it now? Please. Please, just eat something. Drink something. Say something, please. I've been like this for weeks. I do not know what to do. I miss you, my friend. I miss you. Please, tell me what I can do to help you.
No replace.
I have to go now.
We have lost.
But I will be back later to talk, all right? I promise.
Great Serpent, please help me. I am terrified.
This is unreal. The view of the Citadel from this plaza was never so clear. So many buildings used to be in the way.
What? How? What can this mean? By the Great Serpent.
I am trying to keep strong.
Do you truly have no shame, Andy? No shame at all. What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame. But instead, here you are, acting like a common fool.
Borhal, calm down. Do not do this here.
How shameful of you to have these outbursts. Oh my, what would poor mother and father think?
You will speak not of mother and father, you sloughing bastard. No shame. No shame at all. What a waste of good life that they worked tirelessly to give you.
Mother and father spat on the ground I walked on. You were their pride and joy. Oh, good, generous Borhal. Always the paragon, the keeper of our family name.
I am disgusted to call you brother. It would be best for all of us if by some miracle you were to drown in one of those bottles of Kosa you are so infatuated with.
Ugh, with a brother like you, is it any wonder I am driven to drink?
Are you done? Both of you. Will you calm down?
You should be addressing the brute here. He is the one making the scene.
I am causing a scene because you tried to sell Mother's urn, with Mother still in it!
I was not thinking. It was a mistake.
Seems really so great.
That is precisely the sloughing problem, I mean.
Yes.
You are never thinking. You are too much of a drunken fool to think. Apparently you are not even above selling the remains of dear mother to fund your habit!
It was a mistake. And you are going to condemn me for the rest of my life over a mistake?
Perhaps I should.
What? What do you want? This does not concern you.
Please accept my apologies. I caught my brother attempting to do something unspeakable, and I could not contain my anger.
Oh yes, go on. Invite a total stranger into our family squabbles.
This is no squabble, you pompous fool. What you have done today is abhorrent. I can forgive stealing my money or pawning my valuables. What I cannot abide, however, is you attempting to sell Mother's urn with her remains still within.
I have done many things I am not proud of, but I have never stooped as low as that.
I was drunk. I did not know. All of those vases appeared the same.
It is an urn, not a vase, you ignoramus. And you were the one who chose it when Mother passed away. I am tired of your shamelessness, and I am done bearing what should be your indignity. Do you hear me? I am done. You have gone too far this time, Mamila, and I cannot bear the humiliation of being your brother any longer. I challenge you to a duel. Danica. Shall be my second.
What? Are you mad?
Borhal, are you sure? There is already so much death in the city. What good would this do? There has to be another way.
Too late, Danica. He has issued his challenge. I accept. In fact, look forward to it. You shall be my second.
Our job is to make preparations and ensure fairness on both sides. We shall have different duties between the two of us, but our aim is to prepare the site of the duel, weapons, ceremonies, and discourage any ambushes.
No. I believe we have just passed the point of no return.
I would not have proposed the duel unless I were fully committed to it. I am well past the point of compromising.
No, why not you? You seem capable and trustworthy.
The true answer is because Amila has no one, family or otherwise, willing to be his second. He has burned every bridge there is to burn. He will have to resort to picking someone off the street regardless, so it may as well be you.
I do not want to wait any longer than necessary. If you agree to this, you will allow us to come to an immediate resolution. I will pay you handsomely for that. Then it is settled. Outsider, you will work alongside Danica to prepare for the duel. As for you, Amila, enjoy these last few moments, for when we next meet, your shameful life ends.
Do not sound so confident, brother.
Their family home is this way. It is not far. We can discuss the matters there. You... be working with me. As seconds, it is our duty to prepare for the duel and ensure fairness. I am sorry that you have found yourself in this situation, but know that you are doing Amila a great favor. He truly has no one else who would be willing to do this for him. He has burned every bridge imaginable. It seems that after years of suffering Amila's embarrassments, Vortex has reached the boiling point. But still, to challenge your brother to a duel... I pray that we will be able to work towards a peaceful resolution before it's too late.
The guards overheard my neighbor forsaking the Great Serpent. The fool. They have not seen him in days.
Much to do. This is it. Shall we begin our duties? Are you ready to discuss our roles? Oh, they are deadly serious. Vortex would have not dared to challenge Amila if not. The Odlum family has held duels in the past. It is something of a family tradition. Very good. Let us begin. Your primary duty as Amila's second is to work with the brothers, and see if a peaceful conclusion is possible. Namely, if Amila apologizes to Vortex, and he accepts, the duel may not move forward. As for me, I will be procuring the weapons for the duel, and the materials for the preceding ceremony. Vortex as challenger reserves the right to choose the weapons, and he has chosen blades. Do you have any concerns? I will note your concern, but know that Vortex has the final say. If that is all, we will break here and see to our duties. Before that, though, I know that this duel is foolish. I am sorry you got pulled into this. I will try and find another peaceful solution to this problem, should you be unsuccessful in convincing them to call it off. Amila has the right to deliver a genuine apology to Borhall, and stop this duel before it commences. The odds of him doing so, however, are low. The Odlum brothers, like their ancestors, are stubborn and prideful. Duels were quite common 100 years ago, but have become more rare with each passing generation. At this point, the Odlum family is the only one that still takes part in this custom. Speak to the brothers, and inquire if there is any opportunity for a peaceful resolution. Usually, this would require Amila to apologize to Borhall. As unlikely as that would be, though, Borhall can always decline the apology, and the duel will commence. Your odds of success are infinitesimal, but tradition decrees that you make the attempt regardless. Report back to me when you have spoken with the brothers. We will discuss your secondary duty then.
I see why Anasco spoke to you. You seem a charitable soul. That damned Amila. I cannot wait to be rid of him. What is it? I need to prepare. I will do no such thing, and will feel no regrets in avenging Amila's constant dishonors. I have given him every chance, every credit. I have begged him to turn himself around. But instead, it has been endless years of dishonor and pain. Damn him. I should have known years ago that this would be the only way things would end. Not at all. I have served my time in the military. Amila's condition made him unfit for service. He may put up a good fight, but I will surely be the victor. Do you think I wanted this to happen? I tried to stop this downward spiral countless times. It was like saving someone from drowning, only for them to leap back into the ocean. Amila refuses to be helped, and he is determined to take me and the family name down with him. No, you are not my second. I do not see how this is pertinent to your duties.
Show a modicum of respect and answer the questions.
Yes. My apologies. You are right. Forgive my ignorance. I will answer any questions you have for me. The Koza ruined him. Once he began living at the bottom of a bottle, everything changed. I am just exhausted by him. It is exhausting to constantly be blamed by him for all of his problems, while always being expected to forgive and help him when he demands. An alcohol made from goat milk. Amila is absolutely dependent on it, and his wife was too. The damn stuff rots your brain, I swear. He has always been a troublemaker, but once the Koza took over, he went from bad to worse. Now he is just an addict, and a thief. I will be putting him out of his misery. We were never the closest of brothers, as our personalities are just so different. But we were close enough. He was a free spirit, which irked my parents. Honestly, I respected him a lot. He was unbreakable, even though the world was not always kind to him. He was funny, kind, and he always was trying to cheer me up, even if I had nothing to be sad about. The Amila you know now is not my brother. My brother may as well have died years ago. The Amila walking around today is nothing like what he used to be. I do not hate him. I do not love him either. And I can no longer tolerate him. I am sure Amila will spin a tale about his hard life. But the truth is that he has always been a miscreant and a troublemaker. But when Father moved to strike him, who dove in front of the blows? When Mother would not feed him, who sacrificed their food? It was me. It was always me. How does he repay me? He steals my valuables, slanders my name, and brings dishonor on the family. Any affection I had for my brother is long dead. I have done everything, and he has left me with nothing. He comes begging for money, so I gave it to him. Then he comes begging for my items to pawn, so I sacrifice them. And then he comes screaming to me that I hate him, that I have done nothing to help him. All of this for a decade now. I would lay by his side every night praying that he would not choke on his own vomit. But in the mornings when I would throw away his bottles of Koza, he would fight me like a monster. I used to take such pride in giving to the community, and in using my privileged position to help the less fortunate in the city. But I can no longer do that, as Amila has taken nearly every cent from me. I have sacrificed my entire purpose for living in the hopes that Amila would get better. And he never does. No, Great Serpent, no. I will take no pleasure in his death. However, I may admittedly feel relief. I will mourn the loss of my brother. The brother he used to be, at least. And I will pray that his restless soul finds comfort with the Great Serpent. The family name is all we Adlams have left. My parents were great philanthropists. They built schools, parks, temples, monuments. They were true prime citizens of House Varun. But now everything they have built is gone, and our once great fortune is nearly spent. The money they left us was meant to be used for donations. We were meant to make Dazra a better place. But Amila has sucked the well dry. My parents, maybe they were not good people, But they were good citizens. And Amila trying to sell their remains was just barbaric. There is nothing that could lead me to calling it off. An apology from Amila is worthless. He always falls right back into his old ways. There is no apology grand enough to make up for nearly trading your late mother's remains to fund an addiction. That is inconceivable. It would be, if Amila weren't a habitual liar, deceiver, and cheater. As I said before, an apology from him is less than worthless. He has apologized countless times for a decade, only to continue stabbing me in the back. If that is all, you may take your leave.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Do not let Amila break you down.
Not looking for company right now.
Ah, look who it is. I will not waste your time. I already know what you have come to ask. You wish to inquire if there is any possibility of me apologizing to my brother. The answer is no. The duel shall go forward as planned. Why are you so sure that I will die? I have been in plenty of scraps on the streets, and I am not some sheltered pushover like my brother. He is trying to kill me. Why should I be the one to apologize? Borhall likes to paint me as a ne'er-do-well. But what type of psychopath wants to kill their own brother? It is not fair. He should be the one begging for my forgiveness. You cannot just turn your back on family like Borhall has done to me. And now he wants to kill me. If he wins, I hope the guilt of what he has done will rot him from the inside out. And if I win, it is justice. Fine. But do try to be brief. I would prefer to be alone so that I may enjoy what could very well be my final moments alive. Do I have something to apologize for? I'm not getting into that with you. Correct. You are my second, not my acquaintance. I do not wish to speak of these things with you.
Just answer the damn questions, or I will make you answer.
Fine. Ask your questions again. I had a wife once. I'm not going to flatter myself and pretend that I was a good husband, but I loved her. And she loved me. Appreciated me. Faults and all. I never felt like I had to prove anything to her. When I say to you that she was my world, my everything, I am serious. She was perfect. And somehow, she loved something like me. It was like living in a dream every day. Nearly a decade ago, she and I shared a perfect night. In what I had believed would be a lifetime of perfect nights. But when I kissed her cheek in the morning, my lips froze. She was cold. Stone cold. After my beloved's death, I made one bad decision after another. To Borhall's credit, he was almost always there for me. He even paid for the funeral expenses. But he could not stop me from taking to the bottle, no matter how hard he tried. Eventually, he gave up on me. My own brother. His love and understanding has been replaced with scolding. I am truly alone. I suppose, but please, I am not looking for pity. As in, am I physically capable? Perhaps, if the Great Serpent wills it. Am I mentally capable? I believe so. I have never felt this fury within me before. Look at me. Really look at me. Do I appear to be someone that has much to live for? If I die, I die. Nothing to be scared of. Except giving Borhall the satisfaction of taking my life. Thank you. But no amount of condolences will bring her back. I suppose the thought has crossed my mind. Maybe it would be better to be dead. I could be with my wife. Well, if the Great Serpent would let me be with her. We're never the most devout in Dazra. I am not sure that I want to die, but there really is not much to live for, is there? But I am not just going to let Borhall end me. I cannot give him that satisfaction. I have made my choice. If I am to die, so be it, but I am no coward.
I don't need any free drinks from you.
Excuse me. I have work to do.
Another drink will not hurt.
How did you fare? While disappointing, I am not surprised. Those brothers are stubborn as groats. But you may still have a chance to halt any bloodshed. Listen to me very carefully. Your final duty as a second is to prepare the ceremonial drinks that the duelist will imbibe prior to the duel. As you are preparing the drinks, you will treat each cup with this tranquilizer. Borhall and Emila will be too weak to fight after drinking this. This duel is idiotic, we both know it. It is a needless loss of life during a crisis where there is already so much death. And the victor will rue his actions for the remainder of his life. You have one final chance to stop this.
You are placing both of their lives into our hands. This responsibility is not fair.
What is unfair about saving 2 lives? Theoretically, this should be safe. Tradition decrees that the second of the challenged prepares the ceremonial drinks. I, as the challenger's second, will lead the duelist in a final prayer. We must follow tradition closely so as to not arouse suspicion. If Borhall is wary of us, he will remove us as second and simply hire others, and the bloodshed will move forward unchallenged. That would be tantamount to murder. Unbelievable. You would prefer to line your pockets instead of halting bloodshed? Never mind that. I will ensure you receive some form of compensation. I will see what I can do. Very good. Report to me when you are finished. May the Great Serpent aid us.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great Serpent, I pray nothing has happened to her.
need me for something? Is everything ready? Then it is time to begin the duel.
Yes, finally. I am ready to do what must be done. The time has come. Amila, are you sufficiently prepared?
I am ready.
It is time. Nothing we can do now but observe and hope for the best.
To your health, brother.
And may the Great Serpent have mercy on your soul, Amila. What is this? What have you done to me, Amila?
I am affected as well, dear brother. I did not do this. I can hardly see you in front of me.
What the hell is this? What did you do? What is this? Sabotage?
This duel was an asinine idea, Borhal. We put a stop to it. There is no use for needless bloodshed at times like these. We must come together, not kill one another.
You traitoress. You betray me. And then you lecture me.
Oh, enough of your grousing, Borhal. Your precious duel can wait. Or are you truly so determined to kill me?
Enough of your taunting. This is not over.
I am counting on that.
Remove yourselves. We must rest. But know that you have only delayed the inevitable. Amila has shamed us for the final time.
Good day for a drink.
Thank the Great Serpent. You did it. The tranquilizer worked and you saved them both. Thank you for trusting me. What? From the tranquilizer? They will sleep a few days and be fine. I expect. They may suffer a bit, but it is a far better alternative to being stabbed to death. Nonsense. You've made the right choice. Their egos are bruised, but deep down they are both relieved. Come what may, we have narrowly avoided a bloodbath today. If they are stupid enough to try again, we will find another way to stop it. But I doubt that day will come. I have faith that the Great Serpent will open their hearts to each other. He will show them that the pain from the tranquilizer would be dwarfed by humiliation and guilt, had the duel ended in bloodshed. Some of Amila's pessimism seems to have rubbed off on you. I want to thank you. You trusted me, and because of you, the brothers, my friends, are both alive. They are imbeciles, but better people than they seem. I am grateful for you. Please take this. It is admittedly not much compared to what you would have received if one of them had perished, but can you truly put a price on a human life? You are free to go. May the Great Serpent be with you, always. Borhall and Amila are angry now, but they will get over it.
Great Serpent's keeping.
Obedience is paramount. If it is a bottle of Causa you need, Herald's Rest is the place.
Ah, yes. Hello there. Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir, and given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, diviner? Well, well. Progress, at last. Then your arrival is even more momentous than I'd believed. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but
The project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
I can imagine that without the speaker to issue clear directions, things have been difficult.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating. The Council just so happens to represent the 3 houses under Varun's banner, who are also entrusted with various aspects of running, well, everything. Each of those houses needs to contribute something to the project, so the Council is the final stopgap. Were the speaker here, he could bypass all of it with a wave of his hand, but, well, you have already seen the state he's in. Indeed. All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the Council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process. I appreciate that someone around here is eager to get to work. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the Vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of Vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of Vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the Mourning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I Hope you can use that to your advantage. Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the Vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this. I know. We have encountered... Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms, these horrors and their... We have managed to collect enough to... Well, they have. The process is simple enough that any industrial work... And, depending on how you combine... Just look around. I'm sure you have at least some idea of how much we have physically lost. A huge portion of the city is just... gone. And those left behind are struggling. Supplies are limited. There is so much work to be done, and we are all just so tired. I hope that eventually we can return things to the way they were, but we must be realistic. That will take time, and I suspect a great deal of it. Not enough to have prevented it from happening. If I had any idea it was going to turn out like this... It had been Inasco's primary goal for some time. A way to recreate Jinan Varun's encounter with the Great Serpent. Everything we knew about grav drive technology, every scientific advancement we'd made in the last 100 years was poured into it. Towards the end, I was just so exhausted. I asked for a brief time off. Had I not, I would be trapped in there with the rest of the science team. I have never considered luck a real factor in anything. Given the state Dazra is in now, I would hardly call this lucky. But I suppose it is better than the alternative. I left the project weeks before the disaster, and at that point, we were nowhere near ready. Some breakthroughs were made shortly thereafter, and they ran the experiment. And here we are. Not enough to have prevented. It had been Inasco. Everything we knew about towards the end. Of course not. I left the project weeks before. Some...
hope the extra defenses provide citizens with some small amount of comfort.
Do not agitate the locals. Many have already lost everything.
The Great Serpent saved Dazra from sin. You will see. Greetings.
Diviner. What do you want? I do not waste people's time. If you need my goods, you will buy them. If not, you will leave. I do not know what to make of your arrival here. You may have convinced the others, but I'm not entirely sure you are not a foe. However, your credits are worth as much as anyone else's. I will trade with you, but I have no interest in being your friend. Now, what do you want? No, you will always be an outsider to me. Always. The last thing this city needs is to open the gates and let outsiders flood in. Outsiders with weapons, crew, ulterior motives. I am disappointed that so many of my people have embraced you so blindly, when we should have found strength within each other. I have no reason to be concerned. The Great Serpent is testing our faith, and my devotion has always been resolute. Myself and my business shall both be stronger at the end of this, as a product of our loyalty to the Great Serpent. I will not dignify that nonsense with an answer. Here.
I'm glad to see you. Oh, yes, perhaps this is of use to you. I am happy to help shoulder the load.
am here if you need me.
One wrong move and I called the guards, outsider. Buy what you need, then leave.
Yes?
Year 2240, House Varun went to war with the settled systems in what has come to be known as the Serpent's Crusade.
Did we win?
Well, the settled systems think they did.
Why did we fight them again?
Jinan Varun believed that he was tasked by the Great Serpent to claim dominion over the galaxy. The Serpent's Crusade was an attempt to make that a reality.
What do you think of the Serpent's Crusade?
What do I think of it?
Yeah, do you think it was...
Yes, child. I know what they meant. And my answer is this. If Jinan Varun decided that the Crusade was necessary, then it was. The Great Serpent told him to do it after all, and we do not question the Great Serpent.
Do you think the Great Serpent is mad at us? I hear some people saying that. Mother tells me not to worry, but she seems so sad.
Dazra to its former glory.
Except we can't build without construction materials and resources.
It is comforting to see that at least some places can maintain a degree of normalcy.
I would think the conversation starts there.
I apologize, but with the cataclysm, the investigation has been slow going.
How convenient.
You're putting the growth before the horns! The issue is not the supplies, it's the workforce! This may sound radical, but if we could reunite with some of the exiled from House Malene...
Careful, Envoy. It means nothing if those who lend a hand are holding a knife.
Not to mention, they're completely sloughing mad. What? Too soon? It's only been about 50 years.
For now, let me see what I can find out regarding the missing supplies. It's possible they were lost in the tragedy along with everything else, but I don't know for sure. Once that is sorted, we can revisit this debate.
Of course.
Salutations.
Please make yourself at home. Aha! It's you! Welcome, welcome. If you're looking to stave off hunger, you will find no better place. We serve high-quality growth, freshly slaughtered. This seems like your kind of place. Aha! Yes, friend! This is the place! Now, just enjoy yourself. If you need something, holler. And I do mean holler. Our food supply. We are holding on. The growth farmers have been working tirelessly to make sure there are no major disruptions. I am unsure how long that can realistically continue, but I trust in the Great Serpent. How do I feel about it? Not good. Not good. But I am holding on, though. There's no point in becoming bogged down by fear. I also feel strangely honored in a way that I am able to serve the people of Dazra in this time of need. To offer them food and allow them to, if, well, only for a moment, escape to a simpler, safer time. What an honor that is, truly. Oh, how long has it been? Maybe 45 years? Oh, it is painful to say that. I remember the day my younger brother and I began our first shift in the slaughterhouse. He barely knew how to handle a knife. Some years later, though, he was practically running the place. He passed some time ago. But the meat house still holds so many wonderful memories of him. I am so thankful that the Great Serpent saw fit to spare this place. Of course! Of course! Great Serpent bless you.
Not everything in the galaxy needs to come with us, you know.
Will I ever see my family again? Word around the city is that emergency food rations are running low. I pray our growth supply holds firm. We will be fine. How can you be so sure? If the emergency rations run out, everyone will look to us to provide food. Could we keep up with demand?
He has not failed us yet. The growth farms are...
I would do anything to sleep in
Guess
my
what she
own
tells
bed
me?
again.
She tells me there is somebody else. Never loved me to begin with. Slothful. 10 wasted years. Laying next to a body that could not care less about me. Well, she's gone now. She angered.
When you are older, get your tattoos.
You know what I say?
They are so pretty. I cannot wait. I want tattoos just like yours.
When you are older, you can get them. I think they will suit you better than me.
Does it hurt when you get them?
It is uncomfortable, but it is not as bad as you think. And you are stronger than I am, so it should not bother you at all.
Yeah, I'm ready.
My brother lost his wife and home in the catastrophe. How can anyone be the same after that?
I am hungry. Do you think we will all be okay?
Welcome to the Alteration Clinic. Welcome to the Alteration Clinic, where you can change your look to change your life. I am not allowed to call it that, but where you are from, that is what you would call a shop like mine. Even those in Dazra are surprised. The shop was set up by my father not so long ago, after he came to acquire the machine. The Alteration Clinic is still a novelty to a lot of people here. I must admit, I am excited that you've stopped by. Maybe a customer from the settled systems can add an air of legitimacy to my little operation here. Enough to keep the machine running, but business has never been lucrative. Well, it was not a legal transaction. Look, this is my shop. I do not have to answer these questions. This is a completely legitimate operation, and I do not condone my father's actions. No need to worry. It is perfectly safe, I assure you. I keep the machine in good working order myself. And my training is as good as any enhanced practitioner in the settled systems. My father and I spent hours scouring the machine's instruction manual. Oh, I kind of like how you look now.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship. It is pleasing to speak with you. If there's anything you need, I am happy to share. I appreciate our little discussions, you know.
Fascinate me.
Sure. I like that very much. You just try and stop me.
Great Serpent will deliver us from this. Diviner?
What can I help you with? Well, that is some ship you have there. It has been too long since I've tinkered with a ship from the settled systems. Well, I had a privileged upbringing that allowed me to hone my skills on all sorts of different ships. So, if you need anything for your ship, just let me know. I have taken good care of them. Good day. I have no idea. It has happened before, but well before my time. Your arrival here was shocking, to say the least. About that. My father was a technician far outside of Dazra. Growing up, I would help him repair or strip all of the ships that were being delivered to him. Delivered by zealots. The ships were incredible. Deimos, throughout Ekland, even Hope Tech. It was so exciting to work on them, but now I just feel dirty. Knowing where those ships came from, what had to be done to acquire them. When I grew older, I came to my senses, grew a conscience, and abandoned my father. I think the Great Serpent that I managed to avoid that life. Oh, no. Not in Dazra, at least. From time to time, our connections are able to deliver an outsider ship. They are very rare, though, and the times I get to work on one are very few and far between. Thank you. It is moments like these that I know I made the right choice. Hope something catches your eye.
Plaza's sensors have detected possible enemy advised.
I got you! Once again, we are triumphant. Best not to leave anything useful behind. I appreciate you touching the wood. Come, meet us. Cowards. I shall stand guard while you focus. Did they have anything of value? interesting results. Are you prepared to die? You cannot beat me. you find anything significant, say the word.
I cannot wait to kill you. I got you!
Good one! I hope wherever you store that, the smell will not be an issue. credit for your thoughts, as they say. I keep whatever you give me, yes? That is the deal? I look forward to our next discussion. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets. You drive. I get too much.